And now to the third battle after the Battle of Salamis. That's the last battle of the second Heroes of the Aegean scenario. All right, we accomplished this. Okay, nearly a year has passed. You can read all this here. And I've read Herodotus and the history about it, and I'll give you pretty much my take. All right, here comes to the final battle of Plataea. And this is the setup here. And here the Persian is the land forces. They got immortals, cavalry. So what happened basically, and this is my take of it. I mean, I read Herodotus and the report, you know, the histories of that time. And I kind of add a little bit, something of my own. And what I believe happened is initially, I don't think Xerxes was even interested in attacking Greece. I mean, that was something his father Darius wanted, and it failed miserably. And Darius was kept on being reminded by Mardonius and General Mardonius and other people of his council every day, remember the Athenians, and all this. And he was preparing an invasion. Well, when Darius died, Xerxes was expected to avenge, you know, his father's defeat, and Mardonius was telling him, okay, you need to conquer Greece. But really, Xerxes was not interested. He was into building palaces, building magnificent things. He wanted to be remembered as a great builder. And plus, he had to put down revolts, especially in Egypt and Babylon. That was annoying enough. But then he got talked into, constantly reminded by his father's old advisors, and especially General Mardonius, that he should attack Persia. I mean, he should attack Greece. So he finally relented and, okay, I'm going to attack. And he built this huge army and navy. And he said, I'm going to do it right. Well, when the reverse happened at Marathon, when the fleet was lost, good 300 ships or more, what happened was those ships were absolutely necessary to escort the supply ships that kept the army supplied. Now, all of a sudden, the Greeks had naval superiority, so there was no way Xerxes could stay in Greece because there's a possibility of his bridge at the Hellespont of getting completely destroyed, and he'd be trapped in Greece with the rest of his men. So he decided to wash his hands off the whole thing and take the majority of his army and go back to Persia. And of course, the Greeks realized that, and they said, well, let him go back. You know, don't piss him off even more or anything. Just let him go back. But what he did is he left General Mardonius behind with about 100,000 picked men. And basically, it was, I believe, a death sentence for Mardonius. He did not want Mardonius to come back to Persia. He wanted nothing to do with him anymore, and probably his father's old guard. He wanted to go back to Persia, do his own thing, but he left Mardonius and some of his other generals behind in Greece, and basically told them, look, if you can conquer Greece, you know, great. That's your order, conquer Greece. And I guess if there had been success, Mardonius could have built his own satrapy of fiefdom out of Greece, but I think that's what the deal was. But in reality, I think they realized that they had no chance against the united Greece. So at best, during the time after Salamis, what Mardonius did is he tried to create a political situation to divide the Greeks more and kind of give them the idea, well, Xerxes went back to get a larger army and navy, so now's your time to reach terms and surrender to me. I have full authority to negotiate, so let's talk. But basically, the Greeks did not buy it, and they were resistant. Mardonius returned and burned Athens, but it didn't matter. Eventually, the Spartan army, the Athenians, told the Spartans and other Greeks, look, if you don't send your army, and we finally attack Mardonius, the Persian forces that were camped near Thebes, which turned out to be a Persian ally at that time. They said, we're going to make a deal with Xerxes. And of course, the Spartans said, hell no, let's go send an army. And here they finally met on a Plataea with a large army here. And this is the old world version of Plataea. And this is really very easy because all these Greek hoplites here, they're superior to anything that the Persians have. So it would be best for the Persians to sit there and fortify, but they're not going to do it. So the first thing I do is I just do promotions. And like I said, this was basically a death sentence. Mardonius couldn't go back to Persia. He had no choice but to win or die. And let's do some promotions here. No horsebane. Tough. So the right wing was commanded by the Spartans. And there's only Persian forces here, but they actually had some Greek Theban hoplites. But it didn't seem like they fought too well in the battle. I guess they stayed allied just until they realized that there was a lost cause. I think at this point they also realized that there was a great possibility that there were no Persian reinforcements coming. Okay, army of Aristides the Bold, the Athenians. Strike, I like strike. I got a couple more promotions. Let's try Horsebane because they do have chariots and archers. And yeah, that's always good. All right, let's... I'm just going to straighten out the line. This is not going to be a difficult battle at all, because the Persians are just going to come right at me. And I think this is going to be like a Pickett's charge of antiquity. Let's put some reserves in. And I'm going to put the Tuxotai over here. No, not that. And then over here we got the Plataeans. So do I have any orders left? I got 39 orders. I'm just going to move them up. You saw how the Spartan hoplites at Thermopylae, how they just crushed so many Persians. Now look at all these hoplites that I have. And this Persian, it's about even, and they do not stand a chance. This is going to be a massacre. I think Plataea was a massacre too. I mean, the Persians, you know, miscalculated and they just got completely destroyed. But they had no choice. I mean, they were eventually going to get starved out. I mean, they were in a really, really bad position against a combined Greek army. I mean, the whole thing was just over. Like I said, Mardonius could not go back to Persia. He was blamed for the whole thing. Xerxes was absolved because he initially didn't want this at all. So I think he left all his potential political opponents, generals, you know, that were of his father's old guard. He let them stay in Greece and get slaughtered. And then after that, he just basically ran the country the way he wanted, the empire the way he wanted to, without any interference from his father's old guard. You know, they lived in the glory days, so... Oh, here come the chariots and the cavalry. Whoopee-doo. So dangerous, right? Do I have any... I don't think I have any upgrades anymore, but... Promotions. to get in a flank here and keep these in reserve, and let's see what they do. I'm good. Oh, how sad. Oh no, he drew blood. Oh, this is going to be terrible. You going to attack Spartans? Yeah, right. Yeah, this is like Pickett's charge. This is what it's going to be. I'm just a defensive line. I'm going to pick them all off. Oh, no. Poor Persians. But that's actually, I mean, what happened is the Greeks were a little bit disorganized, and it looked like they were retreating, and Mardonius suddenly attacked and then realized they weren't that disorganized after all. Okay, where's Mardonius at? Okay, there's a general right here. Oh, here he is. He's with these immortals. I guess they're launching the cavalry first. Okay, launch this. Oh no, I feel so sorry for these guys. This is just awful. Okay, here I'm going to use some Toxotai. Okay, anybody else here? Oh Lord. Oh Lord, have mercy. I mean, I really can't call them Persian cowards. I know if some of these can attack twice. The Strategos, yeah, I don't think he gets a second attack now. I guess I can start a flanking movement here. All right, let's let him come in here. I mean, this is sad. Very sad. That horrible cavalry. Now they're going to bring some archers up here. Spearmen and immortals. Oh, please, no. Just go home to Persia. Ah. I know I could use it. All right, he's dead. I can advance. No, 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 no. I'm going to move this one back and pull this one in here and kill that one. Okay, this one here is getting outflanked. Oh, the cavalry is just getting slaughtered. All right, did I use all these? I did. I got to advance the Spartans just because I feel like it. I might as well. All right, I think I've moved all my guys. I think there's one left here. All right, that one. All right, let's kill him. He may end up dying, but this is just horrible. I got this flank here. I'm just going to come in on the side. And the Spartans are already counterattacking, so... Oh, this is so sad. All right, got one. Plataeans are the weakest hoplites, but... Oh, these archers are going to be taken out. Any more coming? And that's the last line here are the Immortals. I don't know when they're going to march. Okay, they're starting their march now. Let's just kill everything. I'm going to roll up the flank. Hit them with the Toxotai. Finish off this unit. I think I got everybody here. Oh, this is so sad. Let's hit these archers. Just go attack them and destroy them. Just counterattack. They got nothing. Going to engage the archers directly. Move this one over here. Move this one on this flank here. This Athenian can move here. And I got another attack over here. And this is starting to really look bad. Do I have a unit left that can still attack? Which one? I may have a repeat attack ability. I'm not sure how this works, but look at what's left here. There's really not much left. They're brave, but okay, sad, but Toxotai eliminating. Pull this one back. Goodbye. Let's do something else here. Let's go around here. May get a couple attacks on him. Do I have any Athenians? Just bring everybody up. All right, I think that's enough. I got plenty of units. I mean, this is all he's got left. A few immortals. Okay, let's finish off the Persian army. Do the same thing they did to Leonidas. Bring up the archers and finish them off. Let's hit these immortals. Start picking this one off. Get 2 shots, one more on that one. I think this is the last one. And sad, but that's it. I think I only lost 1 unit. There we go. The war ends. Greece has vanquished the Persian invaders. Will not be able to advance further in the coming weeks. It's sure to recapture Athens, Thebes, and then all. So basically, the Persian army was completely annihilated. And then, supposedly on the same day, on the Asia Minor mainland, the Athenian navy won a brilliant victory at Mycale, an amphibious invasion where they destroyed the Persian army, and all the ships were moored in that poor area, and the Persians pretty much lost their whole fleet right there. So that put an end to the Persian wars. And that puts an end to this battle here. This was a very easy battle. Now, the whole deceptive thing about this campaign, these scenarios here, the first 2, you know, are very doable and manageable. And then wait, scenario 3 is a real ball buster, aggravating. I may do a full walkthrough. I did a video on it, you know, just so people can get unlocking the next ones. But I may do a full campaign of that one and see if I can complete it within Philip of Macedon's time. It's about the rise of Macedon. Okay, so that's it with the Battle of Plataea, and that pretty much ends the second scenario of Heroes of the Aegean, which was a 3-part battle. So this ends it right there. Okay, until next time, thank you for watching.